Hello, and welcome to VIDMAS Day 7. Today we're going to be talking about the new skin tone update. So, we are having a little bit of a showcase of all the Sims I've built using the new update, and then you'll see some more specific gameplay of how these Sims got built in their, first place. This is kind of going from the end result back to the first bit of the video. I guess because I wanted to see what you can do with the patch, and then we'll, go into more details. But I guess we'll begin this by saying I'm not a creator sim player. When I play The Sims, I build most of the time, or sometimes I do gameplay. I rarely spend time in creator sim, and when I do, it's mostly clothes. I rarely ever alter, facial features, or, I just randomize the skin tone usually, and, a little bit of thought goes into the hairstyle. Not much though. So that's the kind of perspective I'm coming from. So was I one of the Simmers that was like super excited about the new update? No, and to be honest, I was a little bit afraid that it would break the whole game. But I haven't heard of any massive issues yet, so touch wood. I do think there is a slight issue with the genetics with the patch, but I'm sure that they'll fix it when they figure out what's causing it. I did see that they tweeted and said that they knew about the issue and were investigating it, so that's good. I think as a whole, this whole skin tone update thing was way better than I thought it would be, and I'm really impressed by it actually. I knew they said we were getting a lot, but we really did get a lot, and I was not expecting the sliders. That really gives us just an extra layer of flexibility and adaptation and, more control, which I really like. I also loved the makeup sliders and the ability that we now have to really control the makeup in a much more realistic way. And a lot of people are going to be calling this the skin tone update. In my head, it's kind of the lipstick update. Like, you can now take some of those lipsticks that are not amazing and make them amazing and make them really suit your Sims, which is amazing. So you can see here you have several preset ones, and they come in warm, neutral, and cool. You also have some miscellaneous ones if you want to make some more like fantasy kind of Sims. And then you can have the slider. So you pick on your skin tone, and then you have the slider, and it changes subtly, which I really like. So this is the first sim that we're making, and we go with a slightly darker skin tone. We have so many options here. It's kind of amazing, and I don't know if you can really see like what you're doing with it. I feel like there's so many options that it's kind of overwhelming. Especially here, this is the first time I used the skin tone update, and I was like, oh my goodness. But you can see here I'm also doing makeup, which I'm really excited about, and it's probably made this patch a bit more interesting for me because I don't know, it's I don't know, I love makeup in real life, so I guess I like this. It feels like we have endless possibilities with our skin tones and our makeup now, which is awesome. I really like how we can make this matte lipstick, which is pretty like defined, look a bit more natural now. And you will see I mess around with the lipsticks for every sim and like every outfit. So if you thought I was going to talk about the skin tones all day, you are wrong. But yeah, as a whole, I will immediately say really pleased with the skin tones. I think they've done a great effort. But at the same time, I'm coming from a perspective of somebody that wasn't eagerly awaiting them, because I don't really spend a lot of time in creator sim, and I never had like CC skin tones or anything, so I guess my standards were pretty low and my expectations were pretty low. You can see here we have a neutral skin tone this time, and it takes me a little bit of time to find one that I like. I struggled with a couple of them. I don't know if you saw it before, but the one before had quite an orange tinge to it, which I wasn't a super big fan of, but I really like the skin tone that we settled on. Also, I feel like this skin tone, so the skin tone update has totally revolutionized, is that how you say the word? Revolutionized skin tones in the Sims. So clearly, I think it's awesome. It's also done amazing things for makeup, but it's also made it so glaringly obvious that the hair colors are hideous. Like, the options we have for hair colors are so limited now, and it's just so obvious now. You're like, oh, I can have brown, black, red, or blonde, or yellow, and that's pretty much it, and grey. Like, you really have no freedom with the hairs, and it's so noticeable. I think they're going to have to do something with the hairs. I know they did, I think, fix up a couple of hairs and maybe give us a few more. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into that at all. I got, obviously distracted by all the makeup, as you will clearly see in this video. We're also doing a bit of an awkward pause here, so, oh no, there we go. So yeah, there was this one which I wasn't really getting to work, so we bailed on it. But we have this one here which is quite shiny, and then we have this MAC lipstick, which I use a lot, but with only one color. But now we can use all the colors, which is super exciting. So we use, what one? Yeah, this darker one, which I don't really use ever. But then by messing around with the, I think it's called this, is it called the saturation? Or the opacity is definitely a helper with this one. Yeah, so the saturation we slightly played with the hue, and we'll also look at the opacity. So we alter all three sliders and end up with a brand new lipstick, which is awesome. I also love that you have the option of saving your skin tones. So if you click on a preset skin tone, is that what you call it? If you click on one of the skin tones that they've made, and then you use your slider to make it, a bit darker, a bit lighter, whatever you do to it, you can then save that skin tone, which I think is awesome. The only flaw with this system that I've come across, and it might be user error, is if you've made a skin tone and then you leave the skin tone menu and then come back, I couldn't see a way of then clicking in the skin tone and saving it. You kind of have to save it as you make it, I think. But I've only played with the skin tone update once, so, might be wrong. But you can also save the lipsticks and like the eyeshadows and the eyeliners. So any makeup item or skin tone item that you alter, you can save. And it will stay there in Creator Sim forever, which I think is awesome. Actually, I don't know about different save games. I guess not. That's kind of annoying, but oh well. Now, this sim, we're going lighter. So we're going to the other end of the spectrum. And I have to admit, I did, not with this sim, but with a later sim, I tried to recreate my own skin tone, but I couldn't do it. And I don't think I have a unique skin tone, but I do think my skill level in Creator Sim could be improved. But this skin tone that we end up going with is wait, now I've lost. Yeah, I think this one is a bit lighter and it's a little bit warm. We used the slider, and I feel like the slider made that skin tone look a lot better. It really helped. So yeah, that was good. It takes a little bit of time, and I don't know. I'm honestly a really indecisive person, and it's not too many options, but I do kind of wish they maybe had the old options. I don't know, starred or up the top somewhere. So if you wanted to just use the old ones, you could, because I can see myself trying to make like a tester sim super quickly and just debating about the skin tone forever, because there's so many options and they're all really nice options so far. There's a couple that I don't love, like the orangey kind of ones. They're very orange, but I don't know. Also, it could be my monitor. Also, I play on a laptop screen, so if there's like minor issues with the skin tones and how they apply to the Sims, I'll probably miss it, to be honest. So my happiness could be fake. It could be completely false because it's hideous on a real monitor, and on a laptop it looks fine. So yeah, that would be embarrassing if I come out and be like, oh guys, here's a video about the skin tone update and it's awesome, and everyone else is like, really? Have you got eyes? We go with the lipstick again, and I love this lipstick color. I think it's really nice. I also realized, I don't know if you see this in the video, but with one of the Sims, I put some, I think it was like bronzer. The bronzer, I think it came from Get to Work, maybe? Or was it Get Famous? I don't know. It's the bronzer that is like the contour, and it's a really harsh line. And I've never used it ever before, but now you can actually lower the opacity of the line. Oh wait, no, I'm doing it here. Oh, that was freaky timing. You can see you can make it a lot better. I don't know if it's really working on her because she's obviously quite pale and the bronzer is quite dark. Although, see, there you go, like it's already looking better. And I think if she had slightly darker skin, it would be even way more awesome. So I really like how they've, added these effects and this. Yeah, see, like I think that's cope. I can cope with that. So I really like that. How we've got this, contour bronzer thing that we were never able to use, and now with sliders we can. And also, I really like this sim, I have to say. I spent a lot of time doing their outfits, and I was going to include the outfits in this video, but it was going to be a 45-minute long video. This is already going to be a 30-minute video, and it's basically me rambling for the whole time, so I'm really sorry. But I wanted to show you what I did, the update, so that you can see how I used it. Because I always think it's really interesting to see what other simmers do and what other simmers' first instinct is. And I'm sure there's a million of you guys out there that are so much better at create a sim compared to me. So, if you have any videos about making create a sims, well, that's a great sentence. If you have any videos about, making sims and you want to leave a link to your video, you are more than welcome to do that on the comments on this video. I don't know, create a sim 101 with this new skin tones would be an awesome video to see if you have any tips for me. Because yeah, I do feel like I could get into Sims more. Also, this top, I've always loved this top. But I don't know, have they done something with it? Because I don't remember all the crease lines. And I can't say I'm a big fan. I do feel like sometimes they go in and they kind of alter things. And I don't know if I love it. I do love this outfit on her though. So yeah, I'm kind of sad that you don't get to see everyone's outfits because I kind of gave them all different personalities. I did just like randomize their traits because it got to a point where it was like, kind of like a lot of time. And as I said, I'm indecisive, so the randomized version's nice sometimes. I do think we are going to be able to make some of the more bold and, dare I say, hideous eyeshadows a lot more subtle and usable with the sliders as well, which is awesome. So yeah, I think I said at the start of the video, a lot of people are going to be calling this the skin tone update, and I'm going to be calling it like the lipstick and makeup update, because I think I spent way more time on the makeup. And that's kind of bad, I know, because skin tones are obviously a lot more important than makeup. But it was like new freedom in The Sims, and it was totally unexpected. So obviously, it kind of pulled me towards it. Yeah. So we do more lipstick modifications here. I hope it's not too boring for you. Like now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, maybe I should have edited more out. I did edit some out and deleted a bit, but then at the same time, I was kind of like, it's kind of cool. I think here you'll see the blushes are kind of tricky. I don't know if it's me or the blushes. Like, I think that kind of works. It was nearly too subtle there, and then we kind of make it a little bit bolder. But yeah, I don't know. And yeah, goodness, the hair. The hair colors really need help now. I haven't got CC, obviously, in the game here. But once I finish recording this video, I am going to put CC back into my game and have a play, which I'm really looking forward to because I don't have work tomorrow morning. So I can actually stay up kind of late and play Sims, which is super exciting. This eyeshadow look is quite bold, and I don't think we end up going with it, but I'll be interested to see what happens. Oh no, look! So it looks completely different. Actually, that looks really nice. Yeah, actually, I really like that. I don't know, I feel like black eyeliner just fixes every issue in The Sims when you do makeup. I put like really thick eyeliner on all my Sims. So yeah. I could do a lipstick video, couldn't I? I really could. You can see sometimes like when you modify the hue, you don't get what you expect. But oh well. So you can see here we keep going with the makeup. I really love the makeup, can you tell? And this sim is also super cool. It's nice. I'm kind of glad that I've made these sims because I feel like I never really modify my worlds enough. Like maybe I need to do a save file. Save file? Save game? What do you call it? I don't know. But you know when you like delete all the townies and like remake everything and do all the houses and the community lots and everything, I think that would be cool. Let me know. Do you want if anyone is still listening at this point, because I've been rambling for 15 minutes and 49 seconds. Should I do one of those and like do I do all the worlds or only one world or inspire me to do something. I feel like something needs to be done about it. This is, I think, our second last sim, and I don't know why we're just staring at her for so long, because we clearly don't need to. And finally, we're going again, guys. Oh my goodness. This sim also ends up looking super cute. I actually really like the short hair on her. I don't really ever use like the super short hairs on my female sims, but I think it might be something I start doing more of. So here we are messing around with the warm skin tones this time, and they were all looking quite nice on her, so it was kind of hard to decide. And you can see I'm like tinkering with the slider in the slightest way, and you do end up with a different skin tone. So that was super cool, and I pretty much never mess around with the body weights and the body shapes. As the sims get randomized, that's what I deal with. So this lady is a little bit larger, but it did make it super fun to, clothe her. And did I not go with the hairstyle? I thought I did, or maybe I go with this one. But yeah, she ends up looking really cool. I don't know. I'm also a bit obsessed with eyebrows now. I don't know why. And I hope this is, I don't know. I think when, I'm going to label this video like something like talkative, rambly reaction to the skin tone update. Like, I'm really just rambling and talking to you guys. I hope you like these kind of videos. I personally listen to a lot of them on YouTube, like, not of myself, obviously, but, people just talking about random stuff while playing The Sims. And I think it's nice. It's kind of like a podcast, but not a podcast, obviously. Talking about podcasts, I listen to podcasts all the time. So when you see awkward pauses in my videos, it's probably because I'm swapping podcasts or like swapping streams if I'm on Twitch, or swapping Netflix if the Netflix, your new video is coming in 8 seconds doesn't work. It's so bad when you're sitting there and it's like, are you still there? And you're like, yeah, I haven't moved to Netflix. Keep playing. You can see here we're going into the eyeshadow again. I was really a big fan of it. Can you tell? So this is the second last sim that we are going to do. And the last sim is the sim that was initially my sim self. But it only lasted 2 seconds, so it bears no resemblance to me at all. I was like, oh, I wonder if I'll do my skin tone. And then I got completely distracted and made somebody that looks nothing like me. But if I looked like her, I'd be pretty happy. So we finally finished with the makeup. We're now moving on to the lipstick. And you can see here, you take like a purpley one that I would pretty much never use. And I never use it still. What one are we going for? We're going for the bright pink MAC lipstick, which is another one that I've never used. But I've realized that by reducing the opacity of some of the bolder ones, you end up with a much nicer lipstick. How cool would that be if you could do that in real life? Although I feel like you nearly can when you go to a MAC counter. Because you go to like a MAC counter and there's like a million lipsticks and you like swipe them on your hand and they all kind of end up looking the same. Is that really me? Hopefully not. I have to say, I do love a good MAC lipstick. So if you're out there and you want a lipstick, I highly recommend them. That, and also, what would be my second favorite lipstick? Probably the Clinique ones. I do like the Clinique, and the Charlotte Tilbury ones are really nice, but they're like nearly impossible to get in Australia. So yeah, the only time I've got one is like when I was lucky enough to go to the UK. But yeah, if you live in the UK, you can get them easily. Anyway, maybe we should talk about the sim. You can see I am messing around with the bronzers and the blush and stuff, but I do find them a little bit more difficult now that we have so many options with them. I don't know, maybe they need to go through the blushes and the bronzers and kind of, I don't know, maybe separate them into warm, neutral, and cool, and then like light, medium, dark. I don't know. Just like as a bit of a guide so that you don't have to like guess every time. Or maybe it's honestly, it could be user error, it could be all me. So with this lipstick, we go for the slider again. Wow, you was not expecting that. And then we play around with the eyeshadows. This eyeshadow I discovered actually looks best as default. The more you mess around with it, the less cool it looks. So that was a good discovery. At least I know for next time. And you can see I am clicking on lipsticks that I would normally never click on, just to see what happens. But I'm pretty sure we don't go with any of these options because they're, slightly a bit off for this sim at least. I mean, it's cool that we do have all these options though. I'm not going to deny that. But yeah. Oh, this was another one. It's very outlined. So I was like, maybe I could make it look better if I, play with the sliders. But it really didn't come out looking any better. Like, the color we got for the lips was nice, but you still have the weird outline bit, so I gave up on it. And I didn't really want my Sims to have, the super outlined kind of lips. Outlined, lip linered, whatever you call it. So we kind of go for more subtle, one. Well, I don't know. Would you call it subtle? Maybe not. But it's wow, that's so satisfying to watch. Just messing around with it in the slightest way, I feel like makes it look so much better. They blend into the lips better or something. I don't know. So we go. I think do we go for a hat for her? I think. I'm pretty sure we put a hat on her. And now what are we doing? Oh, this is her winter outfit. And then we decided she needs makeup for her winter outfit too. So guess what? You get to see more lipstick sliders. Are you sick of lipstick yet? We only have 7 more minutes of listening to me ramble. So, if you've made it this far, high five, well done. And yeah, this is where I realized that once the skin tone's been selected, I couldn't figure out how to find it again. So that was kind of concerning. I obviously didn't want to click on anything because I liked her skin tone. But I wish I could have saved it for future ones. But oh well. And this is the last one. So this is where I was looking for like a pinky kind of toned pale skin. Because that's kind of what I've got. And in hindsight, some of these are not too bad. But you see I end up going for like quite a pale one. But I wouldn't really classify as pink at all. But oh well. It is nice to know that we have all these options. Okay, so we finally go with this one, and then we swap this person to a blonde head, and she has like this kind of, what do you call it, stern? I want to say she has a stern look about her. I don't know if that's exactly right, but yeah, I was feeling the blonde hair because the same day that I filmed this video, I went to the hairdressers and got my hair dyed. So I was like, this person can have new hair too. And this actually has a ponytail at the back, which I didn't realize until I was spinning her around at a later date, which I thought was cool. So yeah, I like how she looks. She looks great. Stern and like sharp in her features. And she ends up looking like quite a quirky, not quirky, what's the word for her? I don't know. She has a certain vibe about her, but I don't know what it is. I do wonder if hair will become a slider thing. Because now they've obviously figured out how to do it with skin tones. So I wonder if they can figure out how to do it with hair more easily. Because I don't know. I don't know much about like game making though. So maybe it's like even more complicated for all I know. I was trying really hard with the sim, as you can see. It's going into like the detail edit mode, and everything, but yeah, she ends up pretty much looking the same, to be honest. We finally get into more makeup, yay! But that one looked so bad on her. It was like, oh my goodness. So we go for something slightly more subtle, because yeah, something about the whole, what do you call that, the winged liner, it really didn't suit her face and her eye shape and her eyebrows. It was all over the place. It was really bad. But luckily we have lipstick to save us once again. And you can see I've already started saving some lipstick colours, so you can, just click on the one that you've used in the past. This is kind of where we decide that she's going to be kind of an edgy sim, and I was like, why am I seeing all these brown tops? And then I realized my brown filter was still on. And this really should have been sped up in editing, so I'm sorry. Clearly I fail on my behalf, but, whatever. You can see a little bit of her. Also, that top, I feel like the graphics in that top really need work. Like, like, the concept of it is really cool, but it just does not work. Also, like, those necklines, I don't like how they're so, like, I get that you can, like, that one too. They're curvy and they plunge, but I don't know, I just feel like it does not work. What do you guys think? We end up going with this one, which is something that I would never pick. But we do end up going for it, even though I go away from it for a second. And we throw some legs on it, and yeah. I don't know what style she has. Like, I think there's a word for it. I know what style, or like in my head I know that there's a style. But I don't know what she is. Like, I don't know the words to describe her. I really don't. So we're going to go in and we're going to have a look at the eyeshadows. And some of the eyeshadows are very opaque. They're very out there, and like that green one that you just saw, like I would never use it. This one is also one that I rarely use, and I found that you can make it a lot more subtle. You can even make some invisible. And I thought this pink was never going to work. But I know that, pinks and reds, they have been in fashion in real life lately. Oh, last year, I don't know. In lockdown, I kind of stopped paying attention to makeup trends, to be honest. Okay, and we are actually nearly done with the video. Can you believe it? I know. That was a lot of rambling by me today. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and since we are nearly at the end of the video, I'm just going to, do a bit of self-promo. Sorry, I know it's terrible. I am on Twitter. I am on Instagram. If you would like to come and follow me, you can have a look in the description box below. All my details are there. And if you have any opinions on the new skin tone update, I would love to hear them. So, please feel free to tweet me or leave a comment in the box below. Am I right? Is the skin tone update pretty cool, or have I missed some glaringly hideous mistake? Hopefully not. I really hope not. I hope this is like a positive way that The Sims can end 2020 on a high with all these new skin tones, with hopefully no drama. Fingers crossed. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye.